like getting reunited a bit with Mark out there?
Yeah, it's good. It's been a while, but it's always nice playing with him.
I asked him if you were the same guy from the Calgary days, and he said it feels the same except you got a sports car now. He didn't think you had that. I'm wondering if you noticed anything different about him.
No, he's the same old guy. Guy that works hard on and off the ice, and just a great human being all around.
What do you think led to the success your pairing had back in Calgary for all those years?
I think him. He was the guy that did it all, and he played hard, and he's just so easy to read off of that. It's predictable.
It's funny, he doesn't look his age, I guess. Like, what stands out about the way he's been able to keep it going?
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. I guess it's got to be just the work ethic off the ice. He's always been a guy that works hard, and he's 110% in, every day.
How do you think Morgan might fare on the right side?
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. He's fully capable of playing on the right, and he's got the feet and the skill to do it.
Is it difficult? Does it get made too much out of a guy playing on his offside? How do you see it?
Yeah, I don't think it's as big a deal as it's made out to be. There's positives and negatives to each side, depending on where you are on the ice. And, I think the biggest thing is just getting comfortable.
Have you noticed a difference in the way Gio trains since he's been here? He was mentioning how having access to these facilities kind of game plans for the season differently. Or did you notice that when you came here?
Yeah.
Change with him as well?
Yeah, definitely. Everything's so much more available, and you can sort of make it into a year-long, routine and process, opposed to, having the season and then, sort of separating yourself in the summer.
You got a brand new goalie tandem this year. Obviously, you have to work things out with communication and where to put the puck. And how's that been going so far?
Yeah, it's been good. I think just being their eyes out there, and being vocal goes a long ways.
I guess Mitch might get some looks on defense in certain situations this year. How would you assess his capabilities to be a defenseman?
Yeah, he's a smart player, and he's got a good stick, and he just reads the play so well. So I don't think he'll have any issues.
Alex said if you can make him look good as a defenseman the other night, you can make anyone look good. What was your sense of playing with a forward?
No, I thought the forwards did a great job. They were making plays, and calm back there. They sort of made it look easy.
What was your initial reaction when Sheldon approached you and told you about this idea to have you maybe take some shifts as a defenseman this season?
Yeah, I'm open to kind of whatever. Obviously, it's a little different playing defense on power play to even strength, but you get those opportunities and you get those chances sometimes where you have to play as a D-man 5-on-5 later in the power play or something like that where the guy comes back on. So, I'm open to all kind of opportunities, whatever he's thinking. I'm not against anything. As soon as he kind of gave me the heads up about it, I was all in with it and thought the idea was kind of a cool thinking one.
Did you ever play any D minor hockey, junior time?
Back in the day when I was young, when you'd start blowing teams out and, the D would always want to play forward, the forward would always want to play D, so that'd kind of be a little bit, but I didn't really play much of it in London other than kind of power play stuff, and again, when teams went even strength at the end of something and I got caught on, then played defense that way, but I think I'm open to it. If the play comes and something like that has the opportunity to come to hand, then I'm ready for it. It's an exciting thing and should be fun.
What do you think the biggest challenge would be?
I guess just trying to adapt to it. Trying to make sure I'm good enough to take on 2-on-1s if it happens, 3-on-2s. Try to just communicate as much as I can with whoever is out there with me on the D partner, and just talk about how we're going to try and attack and approach plays if odd man rushes are coming against us, or just stuff like that. We're lucky to have some great defensemen that are very open and talkative about how to play certain plays. So, they're always open to questions.
I was talking to some forwards elsewhere in the league who literally told me they can't skate backwards, which I don't know if I believe. How do you rate your backward skating?
I think it's pretty good. I work on my skating, like everyone, a long time, but, like I said, I've had to kind of work on backward skating throughout my whole life just because power play stuff, you can get caught back there. So I'm comfortable with backward skating. I'm comfortable with the whole, turning and all that kind of stuff. We're trying to get back to pucks. So, like I said, we'll see when it really comes to play, and hopefully, I can be able to make some plays back there. And if it happens, then, we'll see.
It could be quite the dynamic look. It all falls in place with William kind of shifting up into your spot there, and you got Morgan already there.
Yep.
Like, what sort of kind of potential do you see for you guys as a group of 5 offensively, if that's the way it goes?
Yeah, definitely a lot of firepower, but you got to make sure at the right time we're not getting caught too low. We're not getting caught 5 guys running around in the ozone trying to play just reckless. So when that comes to light, making sure we're still all covering spots, making sure we're playing defense first and taking care of the defensive side of the puck, and then go from there. But you got to make sure that you don't get too reckless up there.
Morgan getting some reps on the right. He said maybe that might help him at the offensive blue line. Kind of what stands out about the possibilities that might open for you guys if Morgan does see some time on the right side?
I mean, yeah, he's a hell of a player, like everyone knows and everyone sees. So he can play all over the lineup, and I guess on D side of it. But he can play both sides very well that we've seen. And if he gets just more and more comfortable playing the opposite side, then he's going to be even more of a threat, even more. I think even more able to play with different guys. So and play a lot more minutes. So. He's unbelievable out there. Obviously, he goes a little rover sometimes, but he can do that with his skating abilities and is able to get back above people. So it's always impressive to watch his skating out there and just his mindset and his thinking.
Thank you. Sheldon, over here, the second guys all walking the big times. Auston, what's the field been like when Mitch has been taking reps as an offensive?
He looks the part out there. I think the idea of it is kind of like ozone stuff, and obviously he's a really good skater and just a smart hockey player out there, and just can kind of trust him making the right reads and everything. So I think it's just a matter of getting him some reps and making sure that he's comfortable. But definitely a guy that's suited for that kind of job.
Have you ever played defense at any time in your hockey career?
No.
Morgan on the right, he said it might open up some possibilities for him on walking the offensive blue line. What's been the feel when he's been taking reps on the right?
You know what? Honestly, I haven't even noticed. It just looks like Mo out there. So I think it's different when, you're a forward looking at that stuff, and vice versa for the D. Keeping an eye on the forwards. But Mo's Mo out there. He's obviously the backbone of our D core, and I think it's good on him to get reps on that right side as well, and just kind of more versatile, because we do have a lot of lefties that obviously can play throughout the lineup. So.
Now that you're a grizzled NHL veteran, is there a set number of exhibition games you like to play, or just rather get in it, or play one at the very end, or?
I'm good either way, 3-4 games. I like to get into a couple games before the regular season, just kind of feel it out, get your legs back, timing and everything. I don't know. I think one's too little, but I think 3-4 is a good sweet spot. So.
What's it mean to get Rasmus back, and what sort of potential do you see for him to impact the team this year?
Yeah, I mean that's huge. Obviously, with where we're at with guys, a couple guys down with injury. Obviously he's a really, really good player for us, and still very young. So you just hope that he continues to improve and make strides in his game, and it's going to be good for us to get him back, and him to get back in here, be around the guys, and just can kind of get back acclimated and get on with the season.
Do you have an update on Dahlquist and
Dahlstrom? Yeah, Carl's going to require surgery that's going to bring with it a 6-month recovery. So bad news on that front. For Ben, he's going to be a minimum of 3 weeks. So I guess we can maybe look at that as positive news, in the sense it's not as bad as initially thought, but it's going to require some time to recover.
How did Dahlstrom take that news?
I haven't seen him yet or spoken to him myself, so I'm not quite sure. But obviously, it's never a good time for such a thing. But in particular, when you've come off a summer of training and preparation, and you're competing for a spot in the NHL, and to get that news is difficult. And of course, it takes a shot at our depth as well. So. Yeah, that's not one you like to see.
Do you see any advantages for Morgan if he gets reps on the right offensively? You're talking about walking the line in the offensive zone. I know it's an adjustment, but do you see positives as well?
Yeah, I think there are advantages there. You know what? There's advantages and disadvantages to both sides, really. So there are scenarios where I think it definitely benefits you to be on your offside, whether it's walking the line or at times receiving passes so you can one time. And there's other times it's a little more difficult picking the puck up off the boards, and if you receive a puck in front of you, it's tougher. You usually got to keep your feet inside the zone to catch a pass on your forehand, versus if you're a righty on that side, you can be outside the zone and catch it on your forehand. So there's lots of different things there. In Morgan's case, it's just about getting him comfortable. So if we call on him to do so, that he's okay with it, and it doesn't affect his game. That's really where it's at. But I'm fully expecting him to be on the left side.